Hey folks, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to the live stream, New Year's live stream, 2023. How's everybody doing today? A little bit different today. I'm on the road, and this is as good as I can do. Let me know if everything looks and sounds all right. I'm currently sitting underneath my daughter's loft bed. Hi, honey. Go. Of course, cup of coffee and my favorite people, my FPV people. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody made it home safe last night, or if you haven't made it home yet, you will make it home. Um, yeah, I thought you were at a storage unit. You know, it kind of looks like it. This is just like the glare off the LEDs here. It's a little bit different. Yeah, I don't have all my good streaming equipment. This is an old Surface Book from like 2015. It's old, but it still does what I need it to do. And I think everything is going to work out just fine. Where I'm at, I have stupid fast internet. Like, it's amazing. Um, I'm going to have to start hitting up all the ISPs available in my area when I get home because what I have versus what is here is just bad. Like, really, really bad. So, a little bit different today. I don't have my Discord chat and my YouTube chat and all this stuff up. All I have is just one screen. Streaming on one screen is kind of interesting. I forgot how difficult it kind of is to do like seamless transitions between things. But hey, we're gonna make it work. No Stream Deck, although I probably could have done it through my phone now that I'm thinking about it. But this is a one-time thing. But anyways, Morton Upshot, how you doing this morning? Lawrence, glad to have you here. Mac 282, welcome. Happy New Year to you. Um, Free Lojo, Happy New Year's. Cool man. Happy New Year's to you. One Vision Ariel, Athix, how you doing? Athix sent me a super funny picture over in the Discord chat. I love it. House FPV, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Thank you for making it to the new year. North 49 RC, how's everybody doing? Freelojo says, more coffee. Always more coffee. This isn't Ruby Moon. I have no idea what this is. It's good, though. I like it. Um, Mac, Happy New Year to you. William Tam, welcome. How you doing, buddy? Casey Quad, how's it going, man? Steady Eddie. Morning on my way to indoor drone flying wings and my HD Zero goggles. I am super jealous. I surprised you got yours already. I paid for the extra fast shipping. I still haven't received any shipping notification whatsoever. And DHL notoriously is horrible delivering to where I'm at. I've got a long driveway, and it whenever they deliver to me, it's like 8 at night, so it's dark, and they typically just pick the first house they see and they throw the box on the porch and leave. So I've usually got to go hunt down my packages from DHL from the neighbors. It's really kind of shitty. No bleep button today, so I'll be on my best behavior. And there's not much of a noise threshold to this microphone I'm using. It's actually just my earbuds. Um, Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Love these things. So if I'm slurping coffee, I am sorry. We're in uncharted territory today. Yeah, steady Eddie. I'm super jealous. I can't wait to get mine. Um, can't wait to get them. Tommy, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Lo-Fi New Year. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, broadcasting from the underground Doomsday Bunker. So this is where I had my daughter's PC set up when she was living here. This is just a loft bed. I put LEDs and all the gamery goodness in, so I can do all the fun things and mess with everybody's camera. And this is the one that really this ought to give people some epileptic stuff going on. So you've been warned. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. It's just crazy stuff. Um, New grips for the Master TX12 are awesome. Thanks, man. Glad you like them. Um, Somebody under the kid's bunk bed. Yeah, this is exactly what it is. It's under my daughter's. Well, it's not a bunk bed because there's no bed on the lower part, so it's a loft bed. But same, same. Um, no, actually, I'm on the road right now. I'm out in Chicago, so um, we head back home a couple days. Lawrence Blue. Okay, here. No, none of the voice can the stream chat commands are gonna work today. Got none of that going on. It'd be cool if it did, but nah. So what do we got going on today? Today we're going to talk about one of the hottest new products of 2023. It is, all right, here comes the crazy, awful screen transitions. Here we go. Where we at? Right here, the Newbie Drone ELRS BLV4 bind and fry with Express LRS. This is this is going to be an interesting product because it's the first time that they've done built-in ELRS uh, without being on SPI. So this is an actual separate receiver on a separate UART. It's also diversity as well. Newer motors, higher power output VTX. Notice that there's three antenna connectors. You got one, two, and then one for the VTX. It makes three. We're still using the same shitty PH 1.0. Beep, sorry. The same PH 1.0 motor connectors. I don't know why they keep doing that, but well, I know why. They don't have any space. You know, they're trying to jam an awful lot in here, but you do get individual solder pads if you wanted to. Um, but yeah, 12 amp FETs, but it has built-in ELRS, and it is also 2S capable, but it is a diversity ELRS setup. I don't believe it is receiver diversity. I believe it's antenna diversity, because you would see a second one of these guys on there, I believe. So this is, I think this is going to be antenna diversity, but I haven't seen too many specs on what this thing actually is. But this does look like a big improvement to the board. The VTX is 400 watts, or cable up to 400 watts. They specifically talk about smart temp control. So a lot of modern VTXs, analog VTXs, have some sort of temperature control in them. So nothing too crazy. They're just marketing it up pretty good. But this is a pretty interesting looking little micro. Unfortunately, the price is coming along with it at $160. It is has a steep price for a bind and fly when there are other options out there that are lighter, more universal, and most importantly, less expensive. I'm not super concerned about it being SPI versus a UART ELRS. I don't see any real reason why SPI should be avoided. Yes, the firmware updates come with the Betaflight code, but as we've seen from ELRS V1, V2, and V3, there's always it seems like there's somebody out there taking care of the code base, so we're not really left in the dark. You may lose features being SPI, but I don't think those features are really going to apply much or be all that significant in a micro or something that would have an integrated SPI based receiver. But that's just my opinion. Um, let's see, Big Will is still rocking the Seattle purple sparkly grips on my T16 Pro. Awesome, man. I really screwed up. I made these grips last far too long, and I made it so you can tear your radio apart without removing them. Failure on my part. I need that repurchase. Who needs diversity on a bloody whoop? Absolutely nobody, Expander. But um, Newbie Drone really doesn't have a whole lot to set themselves apart from the rest of the whoop pack. They do a lot of things that actually, in my opinion, make them a negative to me. Proprietary connectors, still using the stupid folded PH 2.0 connector. There's lots of things that are just, I don't know, downsides to Newbie Drone. Proprietary cameras, proprietary camera connections. Um, so maybe this is just something that they're doing to kind of separate themselves from the pack. I don't know. the price is definitely separating them from the pack. It's probably the most expensive micro you can get at a normal retail price. North 49 RC, can you run 2S on it? Yes, you can run 2S on it. You can. I don't know how that's going to work out because it's still PH 2.0 with the, and they're still using stupid rolled pins. They're not solid pins. Um, so yeah, you can run 2S on that. I don't think anybody will be. It is coming in at what I read was roughly a little over 24 grams. So it's also still pretty darn heavy compared to like the Mobula 6 and the Mob Lite. But I think it's going to outperform the Mob Lite, at least in my opinion. Ah, Athex, yes. Good point. They will Emax themselves at this point. If you don't know, the Tiny Hawk 2, 2, 1, whatever, the Tiny Hawks, they do use proprietary hardware. Um, so, you know, you're kind of stuck in that ecosystem. They didn't use a proprietary camera, but they did use their own version of the connector on it. Like they did a male connector instead of female connector, whatever. Not a big deal there, but I mean, I like the way the Tiny Hawk 2 flew myself. But you know, things are changing. We got to keep up with it. The frame material seems pretty cool. I like the purple. I think it's pretty cool looking color. Um, Other things we got going on today is we're going to be doing the giveaway, the monthly giveaway for December. That was yesterday. That was December. It is going to be for none other than a whoop. All right, crappy scene change, go. And let's see, what are we doing? Where is it? Where are we at? There we go. And today's giveaway will be for one of these whoops. I have a small selection here. One is a newbie drone brushed whoop, and if you've never flown a brushed whoop, especially for the pilots that are like newer to the hobby, brushed whoops, there's something special about them, something different about the way they fly. They're not competitive in any way, shape, or form, but the yaw authority on it is something that I haven't seen or felt quite translated to a brushed whoop yet. We've got a newbie drone brushless whoop in D8, a Mobula 8, a Mobeetle in ELRS, and a Mob 6 HD with HD0 and Express LRS. So the winner of the drawing today will be taking one of these home. And you may ask yourself, how do I get in on this? We're going to do a shitty screen change here. How do you get on this? Hey, go to patreon.com, sign up, and get yourself on the list. I think there's only, what, 28 people right now? So, pretty good odds. And winner does pay shipping because I ain't made of money. There is some new code going into Betaflight 4.4, which deals with micros. If you've ever done, if you ever race whoops in like one of the self-leveling modes, mostly angle mode, and you like whack it really hard on the wall or the ground, and then it seems like the gyro's just out of alignment. There's some new changes in the code that's supposed to help correct that situation, which that would be huge. Um, Updates with Express LRS being able to put your bind phrase in without having to go through the CLI. Built a quad up before I left for vacation. Didn't get a chance to fly it with the DJI O3 air unit. From what I've seen so far, just testing it in the house, not flying, but just sitting on the bench. Picture quality is pretty darn good. Updating the V2 goggles was a pain in the butt, but I was sure to get the WTF OSD stuff on there before I updated everything. One Vision Arrow said I had some hard drives crash, but got all recovered on external drives. Yeah, having a NAS with a background copy is you only get burned once by that. Running WD Blue drives in the NAS, eventually they all fail at basically the exact same time. So you're paying the extra for the WD Reds or the Iron Wolves. I mean, they're more expensive, but they're worth it. Sorry if that makes weird noises. I gotta squish these things back in my ears every once in a while. Oh man. Let's see what is going on here. From where you can buy Samsung 21700 480 cells for FEV. From where? I don't know. I would just have to Google where to get them. Sorry for the late Merry Christmas. Yeah, no problems, Mahale. Glad to have you here. Um, but we're gonna do the giveaway here in about 30 minutes, 11:45. So 11:45 where I'm at. We'll do that and get on with my day. Gotta pack up the car and get ready to hit the road again. Obviously, I haven't been to work in quite a while. All I'm doing is growing facial hair and getting fat. I guess that's the way the holidays are supposed to be. John Goblin, hello, how you doing, man? Love your grip tape. Thanks, man. Well, really appreciate that. Any plans on making some for the Boxer when it comes out? Absolutely. I already have one pre-ordered from Radio Master with the expedited shipping. I've found in the past pre-ordering through them with the expedited shipping still gets them to me about 2 weeks before the local U.S. retailers get them. So that is high on my priority list of things to do. I'm hoping I can basically just reuse the Mambo grip files with a little bit of tweaks because it's damn near the same radio. At least the dimensions uh, of the radio. But yeah, definitely plan on getting those in as soon as I get the radio to verify the design files, John. But yeah, super excited about getting the Boxer. I'm that 99% chance that's going to become my new daily driver is the Boxer. I loved the Bombo. I just didn't like TBS and all of their BS. So yeah. AK Crawling, what is this channel? I don't know. There's a title on the top of it. It's about FPV. This is just a live stream. It's not my usual live streaming setup. If you've been around for a while and this looks weird to you, that's why. But it's mostly FPV first person drones. Cool. Something I want to get into. Yeah, man. If you want to head over to tweetfp.com or click the links in the video description. I have a Discord server. Head over there if you have any questions or you need to. There's a lot of stuff in this hobby that can a suck the fun out of it, and b also waste a ton of your money. Head over there and introduce yourself and start asking questions. We're more than happy to help you. We've all been there at one point. The Discord is more of a support group at this point. But yeah. Tommy said I updated the DJI-03, the goggles, managed to get goggle DVR recording at the same time. HDMI, yeah, it's getting there. Nice, man. That is cool. RC crawling guy in Alaska, and it's cold up here. No kidding. Awesome, man. Got a bunch of buddies of mine that live up in Alaska. But yeah, definitely hit up the Discord. We'll set you in the right direction. Oh, and nothing is cheap. Just throwing that out there. Nothing is cheap. Do you cover drones? I want to buy. I want to survey my mines up here. Not so much commercial drones like the DJI Mavics and things like that. Most what I focus on is um, DIY kind of home built first person view drones. They have very little autonomy to them. You have to be true essence of an actual kind of drone pilot. You can't just start it and walk away. They had nothing cheap in mining either. Yeah, I bet. Other people that you might want to look into is Joshua Bardwell and Albert Kim. And I mean, there's a ton of other YouTubers that are big into the FEV scene that are full of great information. But yeah. Yeah, you have to fly it for real. You really do. Super durable. You're gonna crash and you're gonna break stuff. So if you're not familiar with soldering, that is going to be like task one. Soldering iron, good materials, and a lot of practice. Not to say you can't buy things that are already pre-built that you could just, for the most part, connect to a radio, connect to a set of goggles and fly, but still. Let's see, what color do you think would be good to go with the Rotor Riot AGO ones? What color would you think good to go? Sorry, can't read right. What color you think would go good with the Rotor Riot AGO ones on the Boxer? Hmm. Probably out of the stock colors I have, I'd probably say black, but I have had a couple really cool materials in the past. One was almost like a bandana, like black and white material. Something like that would look really cool. I mean, I could definitely do some one-off stuff. Freelojo, if you find something that you like, you think it'll look good, DM me, and I can get a sheet of it, and I can cut you a set of grips. Um, I can do custom work. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Probably black would be good. Ciati purple. I mean, obviously we gotta hook up our boy Ciati. He likes this. He likes the purple, obviously. Um, but it's hard to picture. Trying to think like what looked good on my Mambo. I had green on my Mambo. It was the Ethics colored green, but obviously that was the Mambo. Probably black or maybe the camo color I have. It's like that the bluish grayish camo. But I hate that material. God, I hate that material. It's just the way that it ships to me. It ships like tightly rolled in a tube about this big around. So when I flatten it all out, it gets a bunch of air bubbles. I hate it. It's a lot of extra work. Make it crawling. Thank you so much, Med. Glad to have you on board. Yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, let us know, man. Sims can help start too. Yeah, Mihail, that's a really good point. There are a lot of FPV simulators out there, ranging anywhere from free to like $20 to $50. But get yourself a good controller. But before you buy a controller, you kind of have to know which direction you want to go with things. Um, so what I would say in the beginning, get a controller, and if you have a decent computer, start flying a sim. At least you get the mechanics of throttle, yaw, pitch, roll, arming, disarming, things like that. Morton, that's a very good point. Color doesn't matter. Can't see while you're flying unless you fly line of sight, which I don't think of it as. A sheet with marbling, yeah, that might look pretty cool. Um, I was looking at which gimbals to purchase for the Boxer, and I had strongly considered the Rotor Riot ones, but I think in the end I just went with black. I like the Rotor Riot ones, but I don't know. It's such a polarizing choice. People are weird about it, like really weird about it. Let's see how many people we have signed up for the giveaway. 32 people. We have 32 people entered for the giveaway. Um, and if you want to get in on it, head to tweetfu.com and click that Patreon link, or click the link in the video description, and go ahead and sign yourself up. Go bright color just in case. LEDs and lost model finders are pretty big, especially for new people. Make them very visible when you crash out in the weeds or in the trees. But most seasoned pilots, once they get to a certain point, they stop with the external beepers and the LEDs unless they need it for racing or whatever. Oh, that's right. You did the randos thing. Got the red ones. Good. That's a good point, Morton. Yeah, you're not going to lose your radio. I hope not, anyways. John Gamba, what do you primarily fly? Whoops, freestyle, or long range? Primarily, I'd say probably whoops, and I'd say mostly whoops, just because there's no time when you can't fly them. Uh, but I do prefer to actually race over do acro flippy floppies. Not that I don't do flippy floppies. It seems like people who race only race and they don't want to do any flippy floppies. And the people who do flippy floppies don't want to do any racing. I like to do both. I prefer racing. Unfortunately, I think my multi GP group is basically dead at this point. So ain't no racing going on anytime soon. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what the new year holds. If maybe we get some more people on board and actually put together a few events, that'd be great. But I do prefer racing. Something about the adrenaline rush you get competing. Not great. I know my place. I'm not out there to win every day. I'm out there to have fun and socialize and hang out with my friends and all that stuff. But um, there's something about racing with four to 80 your buddies with a timer going at the same time. Like there's something different about it. Freeloader says he doesn't like the insect appearance. I guess I could see that. I have the AGO 1 minis on my Zorro. I do like the way they look there, but um, everybody's got their own preferences. Athix says he's looking at the Zorro hard. Athix, I've got a used Zorro. I can make a good deal on it if you DM me. I want to explore my mind's like a bird. So you'll be able to do that, but the issue is the video signal and well, all of it is basically line of sight. You can go around a few corners and there will be some penetration bounces where you'll still get video and you'll still get radio range. But once you get too far, especially being underground, I'm not really sure what kind of range you're going to get. It's not like you're just going to be able to sit at, you know, outside of the mine and fly around inside the mine. You're probably not going to get very far. Um, there's just going to be a lot of RF interference. The price of stacks, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Robbie, you'll come race with me? Hell yeah. Bigger drones for aero scanning of geography. No, but I have a little bit of experience with the Skydio X2D that has that capability. I just really have never used it for anything. It always seems to be an additional fee to do the geo mapping stuff. They have the capabilities, but it seems like to actually do anything with it costs money. But like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with it. More no shot. Yeah, that's exactly it. Whoops, you can fly basically anywhere. You can fly them night or day, inside, outside. Well, certain stipulations to all that. Which really sucks as a Part 107 pilot. I have to register whoops, and then if I fly a whoop after the remote ID period thing ends, I gotta have a remote ID module on it. I don't know. We'll see if any of that stuff changes. ASICs, yes, ELRS. Freeloader, yes. Blunty is moving. He's not going to be too terribly far from me. Basically, he's just going to be on the other side of Mobile Bay from where I'm at. Um, the multi GP chapter that's where he is going to be moving. They've tried and tried and tried to set up a chapter, and it just keeps failing time and time again. It's just no location. People don't want to do it. And the guy who basically started that, I saw on the MultiGP Facebook group. He's actually trying to sell off all the gear, but Delta 5 will be the closest race group to him, I believe. Pensacola Racers were going to be the closest, but they don't really have an active chapter at all. Not that we really have an active chapter. We got plenty of people that want to race. It's just, you know, we we were doing okay this year, and then we did our multi GP qualifier, and we didn't actually have enough people to qualify as a race. We didn't have the minimum. I think it was 6 pilots. I think we had 5. And after that, I don't think we've had an event since. Like everybody's just kind of like, well, F it, you know. The guy who runs the chapter, he's busy with work. The other guys, ever since COVID, their work schedules have changed, making it kind of non-conducive to flying on Saturdays. The other folks that used to be regulars, they've moved out of the area, and there were a bunch of others that just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. We haven't heard hide or hair of them. So, yeah, but he will not be that far from me. He's probably 45 minutes to an hour from where I'm at. So I don't know. I don't know if he does much multi GP. I know he does whoop racing, but if he does multi GP, it'd be nice to have some more blood, and then a name that some more blood in the area, and also he's got some street cred, you know. Athix says I want a whoop race. Yeah, whoop race is awesome. Um, yeah, whoop racing is a ton of fun. My buddy in the area where I was at, his parents owned a Chinese restaurant, so we waited till the last customer left, and we just started setting up gates and we raced there all night. And you know, it's a Chinese restaurant, so kind of ate and drank for free basically. It was pretty cool. Um, a lot more forgiving. Most of the FAA rules, actually all the FAA rules, don't apply if you're flying indoors. So you can have a few beers, relax, hang out, go fly some drones. It is an absolute blast. It's very low threat. When you crash a whoop, the worst thing is you're gonna have to try to like dig it out of a chandelier or something, or a light fixture, you know. Um, Whoops are a great starting point, but I don't think that they're a good starting point to learn how to fly. And a little, they're kind of on the hard side to fly. A good toothpick, which is usually 2 to 3 inch props, or a 3 inch like 4S quad, I think is a nice sweet spot to start with. Learning how to fly, but the upside to a whoop is you can fly indoors, day or night. You can fly a little bit outdoors. They don't do great outdoors, especially if there's any wind. Um, None of the stuff is water even resistant, so take that into consideration. Um, Something to consider. Yeah, we need some participation, big time. I, you know, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 5 of us that, you know, if somebody said we're going to race, we'd go race. Um, at one point, pre 2020, I think we had usually 9 to 10 people showing up at each event. Yeah. Small flies are more difficult for noobs to solder and parry up. That is very true, Rave. Yeah, it's very true. They tend to be more durable though, because it's a lot less kinetic energy whacking the ground. But then again, they're also sometimes built with uh, more inferior or weaker components. Inferior being just plastic over carbon fiber. Um, but you know, it's all repairable. Try to stay away from things with proprietary anything. Emax quads are nice, but they do tend to have some proprietary stuff with them, which you really don't want to do that. You don't want to be stuck into a platform because the flight controller is a couple millimeters different. Let's see. Licensed drive says start flying Chasen CX10 Nano quad line of sight for FPVing. Yeah, that's awesome. I've never really been able to fly line sight. I can keep the quad in front of me, but as soon as it turns, it's like I'm out. Let's see. Yeah, there are systems, AK Crawler, that do long range remoting, but that's big dollars, and that's like corporate type stuff. Let's see. Mahale gifted a membership. I'm not really sure what any of that means, but awesome, man. Uh, and gave it to Wrong Way FPV. Cool, man. That's very nice of you. Sorry, I don't have a mute button in front of me like I usually do. Um, I wanted to face punch Jesse Perkins one day. Yeah. Um, yeah, we've had a lot of really neat micro races. There was one year we did a micro race. It seemed like once a month through the winter time, like maybe once every other week actually. I mean, you can do, if you got a local bar that's willing to, like, yeah, go ahead and set up in the corner over here. You guys could set up some gates and go race. AK, look up micro races. There's a lot of, they're really cool, and they're really low threat, which is pretty cool. Just tried my first build trying to fly line of sight because I couldn't tell what direction I was facing. You know what? That's my first quad was the Ishin Wizard X220. Uh, Putting the hover out in the front yard, a little forward, a little backward, a little forward, a little backwards, a little bit of then into the ground, busted props because they're all glass fiber props. It was crazy. Brewing companies, yeah, those are any environment where there's not just a square room is always interesting. Especially if there's like exposed ductwork and lighting and things like that because it's a totally different perspective. I'm gonna come out and say it. I think I fly. I think flying whoops are probably the most interesting uh, quad to fly, just because of the different places you can go, and then just a different perspective perspective of a bug. More than once I lost my video on long range flights. Had to go GPS recovery and line of sight found. Yeah, that's where line of sight is super useful in this hobby. Blizzard says X220, same, yeah. X220 got a ton of us into the hobby when it started to hit. XJet, how you doing? Well, it's kind of morning for me. I'm not really sure what it is for you, but hey, welcome to the live stream. It's different setup. Don't judge. Low spec streaming today. Um, but I think probably, yeah, the X220 got me into it. It was videos like from UAV Futures, uh, RC model reviews for sure. And honestly, Rotor Riot and Steel got me into this stuff. Um, and I've loved every minute of it. Well, not every minute, but most minutes of it. Hey, Bruce, when did you ever release the plans for your ADSB in device? I've been waiting to give that a shot. I think it's a fantastic project. Um, I don't know if you ever released it or not. Not trying to call you out or anything. It was something that I saw that's very interesting to me. I like a lot of the DIY type stuff, like building race timers, things like that. It is definitely getting to be whoop season. It's definitely whoop season here. It's cold. Project Blue Falcon, yeah, that's right. I mean, hell, I think I've referenced one of his videos not too long ago. Yeah, Project Blue Falcon, way ahead of his time. I'm curious where we would be if he was still around. Like, I know he was setting to build his own flight controllers and ESCs and stuff like that. And I'm wondering where we would have went. I've got a few people field testing it right now, waiting for some more Raspberry Pis to come available. Yeah, Raspberry Pis are so hard to find. So hard to find. I've got a few extras, but they're all earmarked for different projects. I feel bad. I keep taking the pies and moving them around from project to project. I'll just tape the SD card inside of the enclosure and leave it there. Yeah. There's a couple aftermarket program companies that are making Raspberry Pis, like CM4 type modules, like Big Tree Tech, and I'm curious how compatible they are with, if I took an SD card out of a Pi 4 and stuck it in one of their modules, would it just be a one for one and go, but not be an actual Raspberry Pi? I don't know. Yeah. It's 18 degrees in Anchorage, Alaska. Dark outside. Yuck. Yeah. Yeah. I'm up in the north right now, and I haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks. Forget how kind of depressing it is. I was using the Pi Zero W's for my Prusa. The W02 was a awesome upgrade. It was literally just swapping it. Are you using the Pi Zero or the Pi Zero 2s, Bruce? I assume you're probably using the W2s. It's just a huge upgrade over the Pi Zero W's. AKA right now I'm in Chicago right now, but normally I'm just on vacation. Normally I'm in southern Alabama, so quite a difference in latitude. Bruce says 02. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Tennessee. Oh, not too far. Originally from Michigan, so used to the the cold, depressing wintertime. Kind of miss it in a way, but not really. All right, guys. It is 11:43. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes, and we'll spin the wheel for this one of these here. Whoops! If you haven't gotten in on it, you know where to go. Yeah, I usually go back home for Christmas time. The last couple of years have been pretty uneventful. This year was just, wow, it was cold. It's one of those things. You park at the hotel, you set the parking brake in the car, and you come out in the morning, you're like, crap, I forgot. I can't set the parking brake in the wintertime because stuff freezes. Did you get a pony for Christmas? No. No, and I would like to. If anybody wants a pony, I got one you can have. I've got 2 horses. I can't stand either one of them. Eat money, crap problems. That's all they do. I never tried the Zero 2. Just went Pi 4 my Mark 3. Yeah. So Morton, the was the Rambo board on the Prusa has an integrated spot for a Pi Zero W, and it worked. It was super underpowered, especially running Octoprint. But they recently, it was like earlier last year, released a Pi Zero W2, and it's almost like twice the performance. It works really well. You don't have a Pi hanging off of the thing. It's just integrated on the side of it. It is the way to do it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Casey Quad. Me and Fat Paps are trying to build one of the race timers built. The Delta 5 timer, by the way. Catch us live every Thursday around. Okay. Hey, if you guys need any help, Scott Chin, the guy who developed that, he's the guy that runs the Delta 5 group. If you need any help, let me know. I can try to I can get some answers for you. He basically stopped supporting the project because he just didn't have time to field all the questions, and B, Lifetime's kind of expensive when you're trying to test it because Lifetime wouldn't do a free membership because they're advertising the timer to work with their program, but they weren't going to. They were making him pay full pop for the membership, the licensing fee to test it on their own gear. It's really weird. And then also, Rotor Hazard started doing some shady BS with the licensing and all that stuff. So he kind of just said, I'm done. But now that I think Immersion RC is no longer supporting the 8-way lap RF, and I don't think they're making a different one. Maybe that Delta 5 timer is going to come back into popularity. So So, anyways, I don't know. I was thinking of building a few of the Delta 5 timers and selling them just to try to get people back into racing. But man, it's so time consuming to build them, and then all it takes is one of the cheapo Arduino Unos, because of course I'm not going to buy an actual Arduino Uno. I'm going to buy the gray market crap that's $1.99 a piece. If one of those fails, then I just don't want to deal with the the support phone calls. You know what I'm saying? The original Raspberry Pi Zero used the processor of the original Raspberry Pi. Oh, didn't know that. Yes, it does use the same Broadcom chip, from what I remember. Yeah, the Zero W is pretty capable. Sorry, the Zero Two. I don't know if it would be able to handle an 8 node. Um, Actually, I don't think it would handle an 8 node Delta 5 timer. It might. Man, if I only had this thing called Time. If I had this thing called Time, I could try this stuff. But I've got a couple timers built up. I just haven't messed with them. Raspberry Pi is outdated. The Raspberry Pi is always updating, but not really. I mean, the specs stay the same. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but there are newer versions that are faster than the old versions. You can buy time. It's good one. Got it. All right, folks. Let's do this giveaway thing here. I'm going to shut down the entry 54321. If you didn't get it, sorry, folks. What you can do next time is go to tweetfv.com and click that Patreon link. And if you sign up for the $5 tier, you get early access to the entry link, and then it goes public to everybody the day of the giveaway, or when I start the live stream for the giveaway, so everybody has a chance. So no purchase is necessary, but if you want to get in early, that's how you do it. Let's do a crappy screen change here. All right. Let's see. What do y'all recommend for my first drone? AK crawling. It's hard to say. You can do one of two things. You can either buy a bind and fly, which aren't always bind and fly, or you can build your own. Um, the bind and flies are so good now that I would probably recommend doing that. RTF kit. They don't make a good RTF kit. Besides like the Avada, but I wouldn't recommend that either. Tell you what, AK crawling, head over to Discord and we can talk about this offline a little bit. But I would say probably like an iFlight or probably like an iFlight Nazgul or something like that. But it depends. I wouldn't do the CDIS because you're gonna outgrow the controller, the goggles, and the drone. Like they're all just gonna be useless. They're all e-waste at a certain point. Um, Baby Ape is great as a great quad for the money, um, but you're gonna. What I would recommend is piecing together a controller, a set of goggles, and then a quad. Because then on top of that, you're also gonna need to buy batteries, a battery checker, a battery charger. Like nobody really makes a good all-inclusive kit because there's lots of radios that work with lots of quads, lots of goggles that work with lots of different quads. So it's you gotta kind of pick and choose what it is you want. But anyways, let's go ahead and give this thing a spin. I'm just gonna pick a time here. Let's go with 47 seconds. All right, guys. Good luck. Shuffle this sucker up, and here we go. That's not, yeah. I mean, used gear is not a bad idea. Used gear is not bad, but you got to kind of know what you're looking for because certain radios aren't compatible with certain receivers, and certain goggles aren't compatible with. Well, basically all analog are compatible with all analog, but the digital stuff is where you get segmentation where it's not compatible. I don't know what your guys' stream quality looks like, if you can even read this stuff. Let's see, advanced, 1080. Let's see. The winner is going to be Paul William McDonald. Congratulations. Congratulations. And let's see, what did you pick? Which kind of quad did you pick? Let's see. Paul McDonald. Let's see. Question. Let's see, what did you pick? Paul McDonald, you picked the Mobeetle ELRS. Congratulations. You won yourself a Mobeetle. It's a great little quad. I like the fact that it comes with 2 different frames. But yeah, it can be a whoop or it can be a not a whoop. I'm Nick. I win. Oh man. Congratulations, Paul McDonald. Couldn't go to a better person. Hit me up over on Discord or Patreon. I got your email, or if I don't hear from you. If you don't hear from me in the next couple days, reach out. But I'll send you an email. Are you under a bed frame? Yes. Yes, I am. I am under a bed frame. It's a loft bed that I'm underneath. It's a quiet room, and it has lighting, LED lighting. Yeah. Yeah, the Mobeetle. That's a great little quad. Very much enjoy that model. But congratulations. We'll do it again at the end of this month. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out. My daughter has a bed. Like it and do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm visiting the family right now, and this is just a nice, quiet place. Well, quiet-ish. Can you show us what he won? Yeah, sure. We'll do. I don't have it with me, but I can show you a picture of it. Give me 1 second here. Da, 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 da. This is what he won. Oh, switch screens. There we go. It's a Happy Model Binafly. Sorry, I don't have a mute button. Uh, it's a Happy Model Mobeetle 1S Whoop. It comes to you with a plastic indoor ducted whoop type frame, and also does come with a carbon fiber base plate to make it kind of an open prop frame. It's a really fun little quad. Um, runs off 1 cell batteries. It's easy-ish to fly. It does run analog and Express LRS. AK, when you're looking for a radio, my recommendation is to go with Express LRS 2.4 gigahertz. Anything with Express LRS or you see ELRS, that's going to be the way to go, at least in my opinion, and that of many others. Can it take a 2 cell? I don't think it can. I wouldn't want to run 2S on it. No, it is a 1 cell only quad. But go with Express LRS. That'll get you going in the right direction as far as your RC link goes. And as far as goggles go, you got to make it a choice. Do I want to go digital, which is going to have typically longer range, a much better image, but possibly higher latency and expensive, or analog, where it's going to be cheap, it's not going to look so great, it's not going to have the best of range, but it's going to be way more compatible with way more things. But like I said, we can dive into that a lot more too over on the side. Um, Still like my Crossfire with my Tango 2. Yeah, Crossfire is a good protocol. I'm just, I don't know. I don't like the way TBS is doing things. They keep stringing everybody along with the, yeah. Yes, that is very true. But you're not going to get 2 watts on a whoop. And that's the thing is the digital systems are typically heavier, and you're not going to find many whoops that are worth flying that have a digital system in them. Um, as far as I'm concerned, like you're probably if you're going to have digital, you're probably also going to have analog as well. When I go places, I usually take, unfortunately, I'm taking 2 sets of goggles, one digital, one analog. I do digital for all my acro flying, like the larger 5-inch quads, and then analog for just about everything else. But yeah, analog will never go away. It'll be around forever. It's just it's so easy to get into. It's pretty forgiving. The hardware is very robust and it's very inexpensive. But yeah, with the digital systems, there is a hard limit as far as how far you can go. Even if you do have great line of sight and good connection to your quad, well, DJI, they do have like a hard built limit of how far you can go. Mahale says, do you plan on getting the HD0 goggles? Yeah, I ordered them when they came out, or when the pre-release came out. I paid for the extra expensive shipping. Still haven't seen any shipping information on them. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Those are probably going to be the one to do it all goggles. I really like that. And then I do have one of the Walk Snail VTXs coming, so I think the HD0 goggles coupled with a TBS Fusion analog receiver and a Walk Snail receiver, I think it's gonna be the Swiss Army knife of goggles. I can't wait. I can't wait to get them. But AK, don't fly DJI because it's gonna be really hard to go back. The video quality is just so good on it. But there's a lot of downsides to it. There's no free lunch in this hobby. There's no free lunch, unfortunately. Um, Digital is proprietary, yeah, ish. Blizzard, that's true. Um, my partner has DJ drone. Yeah, it's different. The consumer drone market versus their digital FPV market they're two entirely different things. They kind of use overlapping technology, but they are different. Anyways, it is noon where I'm at. I'm going to make way for Mr. Joshua Bardwell, AK Crawling. If that's the next person I would go watch after this. Go watch Joshua Bardwell, watch his live stream, and then after that, go to Aaron Ciotti and watch his live stream. It'll fill up your Sunday yeah, it'll fill up your Sunday morning with FPV content. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for coming by for this funky New Year's Day live stream. Uh, Back at you for the normal the normal streaming location next weekend, and head over to tweetfpv.com for all things FPV radio grips and all the pertinent links in the video description or on tweetfpv.com. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for coming out, and bye. I don't have an ending screen. Sorry, didn't think about that. But we're gonna stop it right about now. Like and subscribe. See you.